Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heavyweights of the Faith, brief biographies of great believers who changed the world.
Norman Geisler was an American classic Christian apologist, philosopher, systematic theologian, professor, and author. He was considered to be one of the top Christian thinkers of his time. Born in Warren, Michigan in 1932, Norman, or Norm for short, Geisler was raised in a non-denominational church by non-believing parents who struggled with alcoholism. When he converted at age 18, he was passionate about sharing his newfound faith. Thus, he began evangelism on the streets, participating in jail services, and preaching at rescue missions. Almost immediately, Geisler encountered non-believers, skeptics, and recognized their need for better answers to their objections. Geisler began his academic work at Detroit Bible College and went on to earn 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, and a doctorate from various institutions. He then moved into a teaching career, serving as the chairman of philosophy of religion at Trinity Evangelical Divinity School from 1970 to 1979. Later, as a professor of systematic theology at the Dallas Theological Seminary from 1979 to 1988. Geisler was also a faculty at Liberty University from 1989 to 1991, and later taught at Southern Evangelical Seminary at Veritas International University. Overall, he taught theology, philosophy, and classic Christian apologetics on the undergraduate and graduate levels for more than 50 years. In this capacity, Geisler influenced apologists such as Ravi Zacharias and Frank Turek, as well as countless American pastors. Norman Geisler was also a leader in the evangelical community. He founded the Evangelical Philosophical Society, was one of the primary authors on the 1978 Chicago Statement of Biblical Inerrancy, and was involved with the subsequent Chicago Statement of Biblical Hermeneutics. He was an expert witness in the 1981 Scope 2 trials, where he gave an eloquent defense requiring that evolution and creation be given balanced treatment in public schools. Unfortunately, due to societal pressures at the time, the law was struck down anyway. Between 1970 and 1990, Geisler participated in dozens of public debates defending the Christian faith. In 1992, he co-founded Southern Evangelical Seminary in North Carolina, and in 2008, he co-founded Veritas International University in California. Geisler never lost his passion for sharing the gospel and the need for ordinary people to be able to defend their faith. Thus, his writing is marked by a commitment to make academic scholarly rigor of philosophy accessible to readers in all walks of life. He's an author, co-author, or editor of 120 titles. Many of Geisler's works are translated into more than a dozen languages. Those titles cover topics across philosophies, apologetics, biblical studies, social ethics, and theology. Norman Geisler summed up his apologetics in these 12 points. Number 1, truth about reality is knowable. Number 2, the opposite of truth is false. Number 3, it is true that a theistic God exists. Number 4, if God exists, then miracles are possible. Number 5, a miracle confirms a message from God. Number 6, the New Testament is historically reliable. Number 7, the New Testament says Jesus claimed to be God. Number 8, Jesus' claim to be God was miraculously confirmed. Number 9, Jesus is God. Number 10, whatever Jesus teaches is true. Number 11, Jesus taught that the Bible is the Word of God. And number 12, therefore, the Bible is the Word of God. Norman Geisler's influence paved the way for scholarly and rigorous Christian apologetics that we enjoy today. He lived out Peter's call to always be ready to give a defense to anyone who asks. 1 Peter 3:15. Norman Geisler died just short of his 87th birthday on July 1st, 2019, and left behind a wife of 64 years, Barbara Jean, 6 children, 15 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren at that time. While Norman Geisler is missed by many, we are thankful for the work he accomplished in the field of Christian apologetics and his many writings that are still referenced today.
Thank you to Compelling Truth for the use of their written biographies. Please visit compellingtruth.org for more information.